down the basement, lock the cellar door, and baby, talk bloody to me.
Hi, and welcome to another action-packed episode of Talk Bloody to Me. I'm Matt,
And I'm Breezy.
and this week we are talking about Jaws: The Revenge, Jaws 4, so to speak. We're finishing the Jaws franchise.
Yep, it's about time.
Yeah. And so Breezy said summer's coming up, and we should talk about Jaws and finish it up. But ironically, this movie's in Christmas time to start with.
I know. And it's Memorial Day weekend too. So beside before we start recording and talk about Jaws 4, happy Memorial Day and make sure you stay safe on if you're traveling or not. And yeah.
Exactly. And yeah, good point. Happy Memorial Day and in memory of everyone. So anyway, um so this is Jaws 4. My eyes itching again. So
Allergies suck, I
I
know.
know, right? It's allergy season big time here. Um did you know that some people consider this to be the worst movie ever made?
Really, I couldn't figure like number three.
Right? But I mean, not just of Jaws, but like of movies in general. Like one of the absolute worst movies ever made. I
Huh.
thought, I don't think it's that bad.
No.
I think we've seen way worse movies than this on this podcast.
Yeah, we definitely have. I don't, that's kind of shocking to me because I thought like number three would have been
Yeah,
like
to me,
worse.
honestly, I think I like this one better than th three too. I agree.
Same.
Yeah. Um, and I think what the reason is because Jaws, the original, the first one is such a masterpiece, just perfect movie. Some people say it's the greatest movie of all time. And so then this one, for movie standards, it's good, but for compared to the greatest movie of all time, it's not, it doesn't hold a candle to the original.
Right.
And so
Exactly.
and so I think because of that, people sort of rate it more harshly than they would if it was just like a random shark movie, like Shark Attack 2000 or something. I don't know. I'm just
Well,
making shit
like I
up.
said, like on the third one, they should probably rate it like the worst because the mom isn't really in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, Michael is somewhat getting older in that one, but you barely see Sean
yeah,
versus in the fourth one, we will talk about it. In the fourth one, you do see the mother a
yep,
hell of a lot more, and you see the original actors from number one and number two, and you got Sean, and you got Michael, and yeah,
yep. E-
it's
exactly. Yeah, Sean and Michael are hanging around SeaWorld in part three a little bit, but mostly it's the
yeah.
water, the 87 minutes of water skiing and the underwater sunken ship and all those other yahoos. So um, but this movie has Lorraine Gary reprising her role as Ellen Brody. It has Mario Van Peebles, which is a name I haven't heard in forever. He used to be a big deal back in the day, as Jake, and you have a bunch of people I've never heard of. And then you have Michael Caine as Hoagie. And every time they say hoagie, I picture a sandwich in my mind. I was like,
Yeah,
I want a hoagie,
hoagie
man.
sandwich.
Right. So this movie starts off with it's Christmas time and there's Christmas carolers in, I always want to say Amityville. It's not Amityville, it's Amity, right?
Amity,
Amity
yeah.
Amity Island. Amityville's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and they is it Sean? I'm gonna get it mixed up right off the bat. Sean is like the sheriff, and
Yep.
there's a log or something caught on a buoy, and the Coast Guard's not gonna get to it, and he was just about to go home, and he's like, "Fine, I'll go take care of it." And so they go out. There's one kind of funny part where they're doing like a Christmas pageant, and the director is like, Joseph, why aren't you in your robe? You go on in 5 seconds. Then he goes, Jesus. And then someone's like, I'm right here, which is funny because it's a Christmas pageant. Some kid
Yeah.
is. Anyway, Sean goes out to fix the log. And what happens, Breezy?
he gets chomped by Bruce,
Yep, exactly.
his arm. And then
Yep.
he's like, ah, he's screaming bloody murder. And obviously the killers are like pretty much loud, so I don't think anybody could really hear him. I mean, he's
Mhm.
not far away either.
Right. It's a thing they do in horror movies a lot where there's something good, like something happy or something else going on, like a parade or a band or something, but it's noisy. And
Mhm.
then people are screaming bloody murder, but the sound drowns it all out and people don't hear. But yeah, he gets his arm bit off first, and that took me totally by surprise. I had never seen this movie before, by the way. Have you've seen it before, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
many, many times. Not much as the third one, but yeah.
Yeah. And so I was just like, dude, all of a sudden, wow, right off the bat, there's an arm bit off. And he's like laying there for a while, like, ah, oh God, oh help, oh ah, like he's in pain. And it's like, oh, that's actually kind of graphic in a way. Not
Yep.
really, but a little bit. And then Bruce comes back, or Bruce Jr., or Bruce the Fourth, or whoever this is, and comes to finish him off. The shark is all scarred, like scarred up whenever they show the shark. It's like, it looks
Mm.
like it's been beat up. So it's like, this shark's been around the block a few times. This is a badass shark. And so,
It makes me think like maybe he's gotten beat up by maybe number kind of like number two, like the fire and the electricity.
oh yeah,
It kind of reminds me of that.
that could be. Yeah. Because the original Bruce got blew up.
Yep.
So I don't think he's coming back with just a scar on his face. But the one in part two was kind of beat up looking too, now that you mention it. So
Yep.
yeah. Um, so anyway, Ellen is all upset because her son was killed by a shark, and obviously their family has had lots of history with sharks. And there's a picture of Brody, uh, what's his name? Ray
Chief
Schindler.
Brody.
Yep,
Yeah,
Chief
yeah.
Brody
Chief
hanging.
Chief Brody
There's a
hanging
picture
in
of
the
him.
office.
Yep, it's like, oh, that's nice to see him. And she mentions at some point that he died of a heart attack, or she says the shark killed him, and then Michael's like, he died of a heart attack, and she's like, well, the fear of it killed him. So it's like she blames the shark for his death. Now the shark has killed Sean, and Michael's doing some underwater research, and she's like, you gotta quit, you gotta quit, sharks everywhere. And he's like, no. And anyway, so they decide, let's go to where is it? Bermuda? Let's go to Bermuda
I yeah, I think it's the Bahamas.
or Bahamas. That's what it is. I think it's the
Bahamas.
Bahamas or
Yeah,
Barbados. It starts with a B. It's
Bahamas.
Bermuda, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take you. It's the so anyway. Um,
Oh, good.
they're going somewhere warmer for Christmas, and Michael Caine flies them on their boat on the boat. Jesus Christ, on the plane, and he is the character that is probably the most comic relief in this movie. I would say
Yeah.
he's Michael. You can't go wrong with Michael Caine. Michael Caine is awesome in everything he does. You
Hmm.
could film him just going to the store buying groceries and it'd be awesome.
Did you know that Michael in this movie, like his daughter, like this time he has a daughter and a wife,
Mm-hmm.
and this little did you know that this little girl, her name is Thea. That's the actor's name. I don't know what
Hmm.
her real name is, but she actually died like very, very young.
Oh, really? Looks like it's
Yeah,
Judith Barcy is the
there you go.
actress's name. And oh yeah, she looks like she died when she was only 10 years old. She was also the voice of the little girl in All Dogs Go to Heaven, the cartoon.
Oh,
Huh, interesting. Well, that's
yeah, she
sad.
died really, really young.
Huh, aw.
Yeah, I
Well,
know, it's sad.
Memorial Day, we remember Judith Barcy and her contributions to the Jaws franchise. Um, anyway, so they she's still worried about sharks, but they're like, or Ellen is, and they're like, we're in way too warm of water for a great white shark. There's no sharks down here. Just we're counting up conch shells and all this. And that's so Michael and his buddy Mario Van Peebles, aka Jake, are researchers. They're working on their doctorate, I think, and they're doing research on snails. And so all of a sudden, son of a bitch, here comes a shark. Who knew? And
There he is.
yep, this time it's personal. It's the same
Yeah,
shark. You can
close
tell
up and personal, Matt.
exactly. You can. It's got the same scars. This shark has a vendetta against the Brody family. And really, if you're a shark, why wouldn't you? This family has taken out all the legendary sharks throughout the years. You know, the original Bruce, Bruce the Second, SeaWorld
Yeah.
Bruce, all the Bruces. They they
He's
got
hungry for that family.
exactly. And he's like just like I'm probably missing like 100 things. Like they yelled at the woman, the girl was like swinging on a rope, and mom yelled at her, and but anyway, when they're on the shark comes up, it's just like chomp, 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 chomp on the side of the boat, and they're all standing there like, "Holy shit, look at
Yeah.
that!" One thing I do have to say, with the original Jaws, they had an animatronic robot shark
Mhm.
that never really worked right, and they say that the reason the movie's so good is because you don't see the shark very much, and so it's kind of left to your imagination. Now, in this movie, they show the shark a lot more, and I gotta say, I think it proves the people that say not seeing the shark makes the movie better right, because every time you see
Yeah, it
it's
definitely, yeah. I agree with
yeah,
that.
exactly. Sometimes it looks kind of rubbery, sometimes it looks kind of styrofoamy, and sometimes it looks kind of fakey, really, but it is
Well,
cool to see like
hey, it
the teeth and the
matches the vibe though.
right, exactly. Exactly. This one really feels more like almost like a slasher movie. Like this is 1987 and it's like Jason and Freddy and Michael Myers and all them were already, Leatherface and they were like, let's make Jaws into a freaking slasher villain. He's got a personal vendetta and he's hunting them down. That's what it feels more like.
Right, yeah. I think
Yeah.
if they did like more, I think it would be pushing it. So I think it's a good idea to make it like the fourth one as the final one.
Yeah, exactly. Ellen has some sort of, it seems like she has psychic powers, but only when the girl's in danger. Only when uh, the little girl's in. She goes steps in. She's building a sandcastle with Thea, and all of a sudden, as soon as her foot like hits the water, she like freezes, and it's like she can sense the shark is out there, like psychically, and then she gets snapped out of it. But meanwhile, the shark's chomping away on the side of the boat with Michael, and she doesn't sense a thing that time. That doesn't even flip her little shark ESP. So it's kind of apparently it only works for Thea, not Michael. But anyway, um, so they say Michael tells Jake, he says, whatever you do, don't tell my mom about the shark. She's super freaked out about sharks. Just keep it on the DL. And so they're out to dinner, and someone makes some comment, and he's like, well, guess what? We're studying something huge. And then everyone's like, shut up, god damn it. What the hell's your problem? It's like, worst friend ever.
Right?
Yeah. Um, and he goes, I'm getting everything all out of order. There's a part where Hoagie and Ellen are at like a cart like a parade kind of thing. It's like do, and she's like all like stressed out about the shark, and then he's like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "Nothing's wrong." And then she does this little herky jerky dance with the
Yeah, but they're starting to fall. Like she's kind of like starting to fall in love with Hoagie though.
right,
But she's trying to back off a little because she really loves Cheap Brody.
right. And Michael is doesn't want like her hanging around with Hoagie. He has
Yep.
bad vibes about Hoagie. He thinks he's bad news. He thinks he's like a drug smuggler or something. But because he's like, what does he do when he's not hauling people?
He's
Makes little
he's like an airplane type deal person. I don't know what he exactly does.
right. He pilot apparently charter flights.
Yeah, there you go. Charter.
Yeah. Um, and there's a part where Michael goes down in a little submarine, and then he swims out. Oh, they have the thing that measures its heartbeat. Talk about that, Breezy?
Oh, yeah.
It's like a thing on a stick.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. But yeah, they put that on on the shark and then measure like his heartbeat and I think
Mm-hmm.
like how far away I think
Mm-hmm.
she, I don't know.
Right. They don't really specify.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Jake has this like some sort of electronic doodad on a big spear, and then they like got him roped in, and then he leans way out, and then they're throwing the chum, all the bloody guts and stuff in the water, and then they're like, "Here comes the shark!" And you see the fin coming, it's like, "Roar!" and he gets the thing in there, and they pull him back. So now they can track the shark, its heartbeat when it's nearby. Um,
You know,
and
he got chomped by Jaws too. He barely survived
oh
too.
yeah, yeah, exactly. That's at the end.
Yep.
He falls off the boat. Yeah. So there's a little bit with a submarine, and they say, "Oh, the shark's coming! Get the hell out of there!" And he has to like swim and hide and like different thing. He's like, "What is like a sunken ship or something?"
I think so.
Yeah. And he's like, he looks up, and then you see the shark go overhead, and then he's swimming around, and then that damn shark comes right in the ship with him. It's like, oh my god, this thing's stalking me. But he uses his
That's why I said close up it's this time it's personal. So yeah, it's gonna be like stalking. I'm gonna get you no matter what you do. I'm gonna get you and I'm gonna eat you for lunch.
exactly. So he uses his oxygen tank to blast off. Um, so then we get to Michael's wife is an artist, and she has a sculpture, and they're like on the beach like, oh, we dedicate this sculpture, and Thea and some other kids are on this goofy ass freaking rubber banana out in the water. It's like it's hard to take it seriously when they're riding a
Right,
big
yeah.
big
It's a
giant
little
banana.
cheesy.
But
Yeah, it's a little cheesy.
so they're riding it out, and then all of a sudden it's like, how did they figure out? Oh, the shark attacks, right? Shark
Yeah.
comes out of nowhere and bites some lady's leg off. They're all bouncing around on their banana in slow motion.
Yeah.
The shark bites the leg off, and
They
then
almost got the shark almost got them, but they fortunately they got out of the went to the beach back to the beach.
yep. And Ellen is all freaked out that there's a shark, and then they find out that Michael knew about the shark, and they're pissed at him for not saying anything sooner. And then Ellen gets on Hoagie's boat and goes off on her own to hunt the shark, and then they're like, "What the hell is she doing?" So then they fly out and land the plane on the water and get over to her to help her, and then that's when Jake falls off the boat, gets chomped by Bruce, and how do they end up beating this version of Jaws, Breezy?
I see it like I kind of have mixed views on about the ending. It's like, okay, are they gonna blow it up
Yep.
or are they going to like do something different?
Mm-hmm.
But it
'Cause-
seems like, they didn't really kill Jaws.
Right.
To me, I feel like they didn't really kill him.
Right. They
I don't know. I don't know if he's alive or not. It's like, is he dead? Because they don't really show it.
well they like this is what happens. So he has some kind that at when he lands the plane in the water,
Yep.
he Jake says the shark will be attracted to the electromagnetic signature, the electromagnetic hull or something electric. The shark's going to be attracted to it, and then they say later on that electrical impulses attract the shark. So then he has this plan that he's got this electronic doodad, and if electronic impulses attract the shark, if they get the thing inside of the shark, it's going to be attracted to itself and go insane or something.
Hmm.
And so they get the thing inside the shark, and then like I swear I looked at my phone for a second, and all of a sudden it was over, and I was like, "What happened?"
Yeah,
Like,
it was like that. It was like that quick. It was like, so, like, did they really kill them or kill a shark or
right,
did they not? Because they don't really show it. Because like I said, when I was paying attention to it, it's like okay, like that was so quick. Like,
right.
did they really kill a shark or is
It
it
it just
like
it just was irritated. They made it insane with in the membrane with electronics, and it went away.
I felt like the ending was way too fast. If they did it like maybe 5 minutes showing them they kill the shark for good and it's not coming back, because obviously it says it right on the thing, Jaws 4. This time it's personal.
Yep.
Well, you know,
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either.
They should have
Still a
had
good movie.
they should have had Ellen finish it off with like a harpoon
Right.
gun right in the eyeball or something,
Right.
just to make sure that it was clear that Bruce, he gets an oxygen tank in his mouth. You get smile, you son of a choom. And then Jaws 2, you get electrocuted. And Jaws 3, I already forgot. There's dolphins that jump up.
Yeah, I forgot too.
It wasn't that memorable. So yeah, it's like they could have for the big finale, you would have thought they would have had something epic. I don't
Yeah.
know. Fly down with fly down with a helicopter and net it out of the ocean and then drop it off in the desert to torture it.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's like,
That
what
would
up now?
stink.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty much Jaws the Revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's honestly it's not as bad as people say it is, but compared to Jaws and Jaws 2, it's just kind of not it's kind of like remember like Disney they'd have like The Lion King or Aladdin and it would be this awesome movie and then it would come out straight to video like Aladdin 2 and it'd be all
Right.
janky
Yep.
and it's
Yep.
kind of like that. It's like if I don't know if they were doing direct to video in 1987 yet, but this feels like a direct to video Jaws sequel almost. But it's
Right.
not bad. I don't hate it. We've definitely seen much worse movies on this.
Yeah, we have.
One thing that really did kind of annoy me, it was cool, but then they did it twice and then it annoyed me. So there's the really classic scene in Jaws 1 where Chief Brody's sitting at the table and he's all worried, he's all concerned, and then I think it's Michael
Yep.
is
Yep.
sitting there watching him and is like
No,
copying.
actually, no. Scratch that. That was Sean.
Okay, Sean is sitting there watching him and is like copying him, and then he notices it and kind of smiles and kind of plays around with him. And they show like a flashback of it, like
Yeah,
this.
because this time they're in that flashback. They're actually, Sean's casket at the funeral. That's when
Oh yeah,
Ellen
yeah,
was having this like flashbacks, and she was like kind of like smiling and then sad, and then
right.
you know,
That makes sense. So yeah, it was at his funeral, and she's remembering like the good times, and so they show this flashback of this iconic scene and it's like well that's cool because that's a good way to at least show Chief Brody besides the picture on the wall and it's a
yep.
happy memory, it's something that you would in theory think about maybe at a funeral. But then later on in the movie Michael's sitting at the table and Thea's watching him and then they do like the exact same thing where like he's making different faces and then Thea's
Well, maybe
copying.
he's just used to it because of his dad.
Exactly. And it's cute and everything, but I wish they would have just did one or the other. I wish they would have either had the flashback
Yeah.
and not did the part with Thea or did the part with Thea and not had the flashback because to see the flashback and then to see it again with Thea, it's kind of like, boy, you guys
I
really love this scene, don't you?
I really think they should probably just, cut out Thea
Yeah.
on that part and just stick to because that's more appropriate on John's funeral
Yeah,
and doing the
exactly.
flashback right there.
It seemed like overkill, I guess is what I was trying to. It seemed like you
Yeah.
really kind of overdid it there. So that's my critique. Also, I have to comment on Ellen's hair because I made fun of the woman in what's the movie called? Nightbreed. I said she had pyramid shaped hair, and Ellen has kind of pyramid shaped hair in this too, going on kind of this back thing going out like this
Well, back in
way.
the day, that's what they did with their hair.
Right. So, I think that's about all I have to say about that. Is there anything else you want to talk about Jaws the Revenge?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay,
How
so
would
now
you
here
rate it?
I am going to rate it, drum roll. I'm going to rate it a 6, I think. I kind of liked it. I was entertained and I liked some parts kind of surprised me like Sean getting his arm bit off and um Michael Caine's always good. It was I some parts kind of annoyed me, like what we just talked about with the flashback and then doing it again. And the story sometimes is a little like the character of Jake. I almost wanted to feed him to the shark myself because he gets so annoying. He's
Yeah.
like obnoxious. He's like always argumentative, and he's always like fighting with them and stuff. And he's kind of a dumbass. Like
No
he
man, no
says,
man, no man, no man, man, Jamaica man.
yeah, he's got his Jamaican accent when he's in
Yeah.
Bermuda, Barbados, Bahamas, wherever they are. So yeah, and then he gets chomped by Jaws, and I was like, yay! So and then he somehow miraculously survives, and they don't even really explain it. He's just like, yay, I made it. It was a close one. It's like, seriously? I
Yeah,
thought the shark was
yeah,
like bit
close call. Yeah.
into your whole like torso from the look of it. Like half your body would be missing down its gullet. But anyway, so that's my lengthy explanation of
Up
why I rated a
mine,
six.
I would probably rate. I was gonna rate it like a seven, but I agree with you 100%. Probably six.
Yeah, nice. But man, you read some of the reviews online. They make it sound like this movie is just absolute turd.
Yeah, see, I don't go by the reviews. I just like check it out just to see it, and then I'll go to the reviews. I'm like, okay, I agree with your comment. I
Hmm.
disagree with your comment. Okay, that's your opinion. This is my,
Hmm.
yeah, I don't,
I do think it's good that they left it with this one, though. I think any
yeah,
more would have just kept getting worse and worse and worse until it got to be even more ridiculous.
right.
It's hard to top like such an iconic movie. It'd be like if they made sequels to Star Wars and they sucked. Oh wait, that kind of actually happened. Never mind. So,
You know, it's kind of shocking. They're doing like all these remakes. Like they remade Pet Cemetery, which we
mm,
done Pet Cemetery one and the remake,
hmm.
and they redone it, and then
My Bloody
now they're
Valentine. We did both of
yep, and
those.
then uh they're thinking about redoing Cujo,
Oh man.
and it's like, please, with the love of God, if you're going to make remake Jaws, do not ruin it for
Yeah,
one. And two, if you're really gonna go that, make sure the shark is way more aggressive.
exactly.
But
I think as long as Steven Spielberg is alive and has anything to say about it, they won't remake Jaws, but who knows?
right,
Maybe someday he'll get desperate for money or he'll
I
lose the.
doubt it.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so there you have it. Jaws the Revenge. Um, and happy Memorial Day. Anything else you want to add, Breezy?
Nope, that's pretty much it.
All right. Thank you for listening. Thanks for people that like, share, and subscribe and comment and offer suggestions and all that. And we will see you next time.
See you next time.